Crip Mac,
still say that?
All Crip Mac's years on the channel, he has only been live one time, and it was when he talked a bunch of shit about his enemies, and then that basically led to someone on the No Jumper staff being able to like get him not on No Jumper for a while.
Interesting.
T.Rell. He kind of like used that to be like, oh, he said this about my people, whatever, so he shouldn't be allowed to be on the channel anymore. That was the one time that he was live. Also, it was the one time he was there without me.
Yeah. So you kind of was him and AD or what?
So T.Rell came to you and told you don't allow Crip Mac to come back up here?
Yeah. Because he dissed the Hoovers.
He wasn't with that.
What you think?
It wasn't AD. It was actually the weirdest cast ever. It was Blasey, Crip Mac, and RXK Nephew.
Oh wow!
Of all people.
You think something was wrong with that request?
No, not really.
I mean, it's kind of corny, right? So like,
no, that ain't corny.
I mean, not because if he working here, like that's his employment.
That ain't corny. You like you. That's provoking somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was previous to that. That was kind of our rule. Was like, listen, if you like diss your enemies, we're gonna bleep it out.
Yeah.
But then that was live, so we didn't get a chance to bleep that out.
I don't think nothing wrong with that at all.
But
especially if you employed here.
Beyond that, especially even if he didn't, like his whole presence is kind of a diss with the, you feel me? Just even the extent, because there's eye busters and then there's like his tat where you don't even need to speak LA gang tats to know what the fuck it says. It's so blatant.
Yeah.
It's an eye buster, bro. Same shit.
An intense one.
This situation is exactly why a growing number of people feel like Adam22 moves in a messy way. And lately his character has been revealing itself more and more. From the outside looking in, it appeared like he was pushing a very specific narrative, trying to frame T.Rell as displaying what he called buster behavior. Not only that, but he seemed determined to get everyone at the No Jumper podcast to jump on that same bandwagon. The problem was, it didn't go the way he planned. When other hosts don't naturally agree with a narrative, it becomes obvious that it's being forced. And once that happens, the audience can see right through it. With people like Munchie B and T.Rell not fully co-signing Adam22's stance, it showed there were real differences of opinion behind the scenes. When the room isn't unified, a narrative loses credibility. And that's exactly what happened here. This situation also opens the door to a much larger conversation about how people move in media today. You really have to be careful what you share and who you share it with. Just because you're cool with someone at one point, doesn't mean that relationship will stay solid forever. Once business decisions change or egos clash, private conversations and behind-the-scenes issues can quickly become public talking points. In today's content-driven world, personal and professional boundaries get crossed fast. From everything that's been said publicly, it wouldn't be a stretch to believe that T.Rell spoke directly to Adam22 about the situation, especially when it came to Crip Mac disrespecting his neighborhood and the decision to no longer invite him onto the No Jumper podcasts. That's not a minor issue. When someone disrespects where you're from, especially right in front of you, that's something that carries real weight and real consequences outside of the internet. At the end of the day, T.Rell wasn't just a guest on the platform, he was an employee. And like anyone else, he has the right to protect his peace and make sure he's working in a positive, respectful environment. Nobody should be expected to sit in a workplace where they feel stressed, agitated, or disrespected, particularly when it involves neighborhood politics and personal history. Allowing that kind of disrespect to happen openly can create a domino effect that nobody benefits from. Tension doesn't just stay on camera, it follows people behind the scenes. Once emotions start to build, situations can escalate into something much bigger than podcast drama. That's bad for business, bad for morale, and bad for the platform as a whole. And as the owner, Adam22 should be thinking about those long-term implications. Instead of setting firm boundaries or de-escalating the situation, it feels like certain moments were either ignored or allowed to play out for content. That might bring short-term engagement, but long-term, it damages trust. When contributors feel like their concerns aren't being taken seriously, or worse, are being used as entertainment, it makes people rethink their involvement. In the bigger picture, this situation highlights a recurring issue in media spaces where narratives are prioritized over relationships. A platform can't grow in a healthy way if the people involved feel disposable. Respect, accountability, and structure matter, especially when real-life consequences can come with the territory. Drama might sell in the moment, but stability is what keeps a platform standing long-term.